Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? You feel me? I hope everybody have a good start to the week. You feel me? Tuesday, man. Tuesday. Blessings. Blessings to all my people. How the chip was won. How the chip was won. First off, let me congratulate the Denver Nuggets on a fabulous season. Salute. Good morning. Hey, Heron was good, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Detroit's home. You feel me? So it's all love. Yes. How the chip was won. Congrats to Denver, y'all. You feel me? Denver was the more consistent team throughout the whole season. You know what I'm saying? And it was already in the cards for the trophy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was being compared to Larry Bird early on, but besides that, two back-to-back NBA regular season MVPs, they couldn't do it with Steve Nash. So, you know what I'm saying? It just happened to be a perfect timing for the Denver Nuggets for them to do it with Nikola Jokic and promote him as the best player. Say he's better than, you know what I'm saying, this person and that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand how storylines and narratives and how all of this stuff works in the media. In my opinion, I don't think that Denver was a more consistent team. I don't think they could beat some other teams based off of matchup problems that they probably would have faced later on. But salute to Denver. You know what I'm saying? Michael Malone. Salute to Michael Malone, former assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors. I think Michael Malone is a fabulous coach. I love everything that he stands for, the way he challenges his players, holds them accountable. You know what I'm saying? And then the support and love and admiration and respect that he's a leader like that, stand behind you through thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to only try out of you and encourage you and motivate you and inspire you to be better than what you are, what you have previously displayed, you know what I'm saying, on and off the court. So kudos to Mike Malone and his staff, because I thought they did an excellent job throughout this whole season, managing the season, managing, all the attention that Joker was getting, you know what I'm saying, on and off the court. So, and the whole thing with the Jamal Murray, you know what I'm saying, managing that situation. Jamal Murray, coming off his ACL injury, not knowing whether the Denver was going to try to move on from him after he had a fabulous bubble. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he really came into his own and became one of the, premier point guards in the NBA. But this just solidifies all the hard work that Jamal Murray had put through. You know what I'm saying? The long days, sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come back and rehab from injury. We know how that can be a setback for a lot of players, and injury can destroy people's career. So salute to Jamal Murray, salute to Jeff Green, veteran out of Georgetown. You know what I'm saying? Highly touted, highly, looked upon as going to be, one of the young great players to come in this league and do big things, though. But I think Jeff Green never really bought into, the stardom and bought into, all of the things that come along with, being a great player. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of went through his career the way he went through his career. And salute to Jeff Green, man. You know what I'm saying? Georgetown Hoya is one of my favorite colleges, you feel me, in college basketball. So salute to Jeff Green. DeAndre Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Finally got him a ring, you know what I'm saying? A true veteran in the league. Good locker room guy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Thomas Bryant, who battled his own injury, you know what I'm saying? When it looked like he was coming around and starting to turn into, a good player, had knee injury. in Washington. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, salute to him. And salute to Ishmael Smith, who was on 13 teams and 13 seasons. Salute to Ishmael Smith, man. You know what I'm saying? Journeyman. Then played for damn near more than half of the teams in the NBA. So, salute to Ishmael Smith, man, for getting the ring, man. You know what I'm saying? And Christian Brown, bro. Christian Brown, bro, for winning fucking... Christian Brown won 5 championships in a row. He won 3 national high school championships, then went on to win a college national championship, then went to the NBA and won a NBA championship, bro. That right there, that was wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? That young man, and you know what I'm saying, the way that his career has turned out. If Christian Brown, bro, does not have a good NBA career, he can say that he accomplished and did something that nobody else or few people ever did in the history of the sport, bro. Like, you can really say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really has had a fabulous career playing basketball. Not just NBA career, not just high school, but a career overall in its totality. Christian Brown, bro, salute to that young man. You know what I'm saying? He came up big in some of these games, too. Just his aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying? His, the way he just stepped up, his poise in these situations, not being scared and afraid of the moment. When it was his time to shine, he delivered. You know what I'm saying? He made big stops defensively, grabbed key rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Made key steals, deflections, and then also was aggressive on the offensive end with key, you know what I'm saying, drives to the basket, you know, key shots in the paint. So, I mean, Christian Brown was huge for them, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a testament to the ownership in Denver and them putting together a solid team and surrounding and building the foundation of the Denver Nuggets. Like, it's been a long time coming. I think this is a championship that was long overdue because I feel like Carmelo Anthony and those Denver teams had really, really, really good teams and maybe deserved to win or at least go to compete for a championship. But we know how that played out with having Dirk Nowitzki, you know, Tim Duncan, San Antonio Spurs, and then Kobe being Bryant. You feel me? Having them guys like that in the way, you know what I'm saying? That's hard, but I feel like if Carmelo was in the East, he probably would have got his shot much sooner to compete for a championship, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to them guys, man. Salute to the Denver Nuggets franchise, first NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's well-deserved, bro. Well-deserved. But let me go back to the beginning. Mojo, salute. Appreciate you. AB, salute. T-Sweeze, what's up, my guy? Salute, y'all. How y'all doing? You feel me? Salute. Oh, T-Sweeze, I gotta make a moderator. My bad, bro. I got you. And A Heron. I gotta make both of y'all moderators. But let's go back to the beginning, and we can kind of like, you know, dissect this and see how the West truly won. When Draymond Green inexplicably punched and knocked down Jordan Poole with the Superman punch. Only you can. So with that punch, that was a super defining punch to the Golden State Warriors season. Now that hindsight is 2020, we can look back and say, and even they admitted this, that maybe that altercation was one of the reasons why the Warriors started off slow. The chemistry and the morale around the team was a little bit off. Players were disconnected. The relationships weren't as strong, you know what I'm saying, as prior years, especially in those championship years. So that really defined the NBA season, and for that punch to be leaked intentionally on that terrible ass camera quality that they captured that on, it was weird how it was leaked intentionally, because that right there, that altercation, they were setting up that altercation to be the demise of the Golden State Warriors and say, oh, the Warriors are not going to win because of yada, yada, yada. And that became a popular storyline for most of the season. Then, you fast forward, at the beginning of the summer, even Draymond Green said the only threat to us was the LA Clippers. So every year with the talent that the LA Clippers have, it's the LA Clippers, LA Clippers, LA Clippers, LA Clippers. Nobody was really talking about nobody else. And then we had, okay, let's see what the big three in LA was going to do. You had LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. They say they didn't have that much time to play together the previous season, so now they were getting a fresh start. They had a training camp, you know what I'm saying? They had the little young talent coming over there, you feel me, developing. But it was only yet to be seen what they would look like. So, to start the season, the Lakers started off bad. Chemistry off, you know what I'm saying? Talk around surrounding Russell Westbrook's role on the team. You know what I'm saying? Everything was off, bro. And it was just wow. And then we looked at the season, and the Lakers got off to a terrible start, 2-8, I think, at one point. And then they were super inconsistent, and then injuries start to pile up. Anthony Davis goes down. You know what I'm saying? LeBron was in and out of the lineup. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of shit going already starting off wrong with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? With the Clippers, it's 2. And with the Lakers. So 3 teams that were supposed to be in the top of the Western Conference. All of those things, storylines for those 3 teams, it all started off bad for them. You feel what I'm saying? And we didn't know how they was going to recruit. There was speculation around, Russell Westbrook. They kept throwing him under the bus. Nobody really came to his aid on his team. You know what I'm saying? And then it became an Anthony Davis. They start blaming AD for not being healthy, not being committed to basketball when he endured his injury last year. He didn't pick up basketball for months and months and months. They questioned his durability. You know what I'm saying? They questioned his commitment to winning. So, with that being said, now, here you go. And then, in all of that, you guys, this was the record-breaking season. The all-time scoring record held previously by Kareem Lou Alcindor, formerly known as Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, was going to be broken by the chosen one, LeBron James. Right? So LeBron James breaks it all season. It wasn't talking about how bad the Lakers really were, but they were talking about LeBron this, LeBron that, LeBron this, LeBron is the greatest. He's about to break this record. And it's all these different storylines, and it's all these different things happening and going on. So, you also had that to focus on. So, Denver was just able to just play under no pressure. It was really no pressure for Denver all season. Denver played a whole season, bro, with no real pressure. And then, guess what? When they start talking about the Joker possibly becoming the first player since Larry Bird to win 3 regular season MVP awards in a row, that's when all of a sudden Denver start playing bad basketball. They had a bad stretch, you know what I'm saying, to where they start playing bad basketball, and then the race thing came up. You know what I'm saying? The race thing came up. So guess what the Joker did? The Joker was having another great MVP-like season, right? As soon as they brought that MVP, comparing him and brought the whole race card up, guess what happened? That's when he kind of took a back seat. The Joker took a back seat and then let Joel Embiid kind of come in at the end and kind of gobble that MVP championship up. I mean, that MVP, regular season MVP award up. Because the Joker already knew it was in the cards. They had bigger plans. He said, man, I'm not worried about a regular season MVP. I'm more concerned about winning it all at the end. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see Joker kind of tail off a little bit and being as aggressive as he was previously before they start talking all that race shit. You know what I'm saying? They start comparing him to Larry Bird and all this and that. You feel what I'm saying? Then he kind of be like, okay, let me just fall back a little bit. Denver struggled. Philadelphia made a strong push towards the end of the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, Joel Embiid won that regular season MVP, which everybody thought that he was robbed of the previous year. So, that's how that played out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over to the Clippers. The Clippers were the preseason favorites. Kawhi Leonard had a whole season of rehab, but there was speculation out of LA's camp that Kawhi Leonard was not ready. Ty, salute, bro. Taj Raheen, I think, you know what? It might have been the easiest path though, bro. This might have been the easiest path in my opinion, though. It was a real easy path for them. It was no pressure all season on these guys. You know what I'm saying? So they can just fly under the radar. I can guarantee you they're not going to repeat, bro. They're not going to repeat because this season was a weird season. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the Miami Heat again with that roster. You know what I'm saying? In the NBA Finals. And I don't even think Tyler Hero would have made a difference because Tyler Hero is somebody that doesn't defend on a high level. So I think he would have created a lot of mismatches on the court. Tony C was good. Salute, my guy. But this is just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how it played out. It's the NBA. We know how storylines work. We know how narratives control the NBA. We know how the media controls the NBA. It didn't used to be like that. But now this is what you have. We had a team where the three of their best players on the team that didn't play defense. Jamal Murray, the Joker, and motherfucking Michael Porter Jr. are not great defenders. The Miami Heat, if there was any other team other than the Miami Heat in this NBA Finals, they would have exploited those matchups. They would have exploited those matchups. Michael Bay Young Jr. Salute. Appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know you be, you know what I'm saying, coming on, we going back and forth about LeBron, but I appreciate all the dialogue, whether you hate the Warriors or whoever you like, whether you like LeBron, hate Kobe, or hate Mike, like LeBron, like whatever the case may be, bro, at the end of the day, it's all friendly debates, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's our opinions based on factual shit, what we know, the shit that we see. And sometimes we have different lenses, so we're going to see things differently, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about giving that perspective to make you understand, at least from our vantage point, what we're trying to convey, what we see, what we mean, you know what I'm saying, and what we want to get people to understand. It's all just based off of opinion. You put different things in perspective, you know what I'm saying, so you can look at things differently. I mean, I would hope everybody doesn't look at, you know what I'm saying, a particular thing the same though, but the lies do need to be exposed. That's one thing that I do agree with. Everything that's going on in America, it's so many lies that needs to be exposed. And sometimes you know what I'm saying, I'm just a vessel. I was put here to, you know, at different times expose those lies, whether it's sports, political, race, culture, whatever it is, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. But I appreciate everybody, bro. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Yes, I believe the Warriors had an easy run, I guess you could say. But Dallas was one of the better teams last year, and Memphis was one of the better teams. I thought that other than playing Denver, this Denver team, it was different. Playing this different team would have been a little bit more of a challenge. It probably wouldn't have been a gentleman's sweep in which it was. But I thought that the Warriors, actually, their run really wasn't easy. They played some really good teams, bro. Like, you can say what you want, but the Warriors played good teams, bro. I ain't gonna lie, though. Boston was the #1 defensive team in the NBA during that time. Y'all remember that, right? So that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? To do what they did. And they were down 2-1 with Game 4 on Boston's home floor. So for the Warriors to come back and win 3 straight, bro, and do it in the fashion that they did it in, that was impressive. But the Warriors did beat Joker. They did beat, you know what I'm saying, that team. It wasn't this team, you know what I'm saying, the way it's constructed now. But they did have to go through the Joker. They did go through Luka Doncic and a motherfucking all-star, you know what I'm saying, and Jalen Brunson, who was big for that team last year. They went through them, and they beat Memphis. And we know the rivalry and history with Memphis, you know what I'm saying, with the Defensive Player of the Year. So Warriors typically went through 2 Defensive Player of the Years last year. You know what I'm saying? They went through Marcus Smart, the first defensive player of the year since the first guard to win defensive player of the year honor since Gary Payton, and then they went through fucking Jaren Jackson Jr., who won defensive player of the year this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So other than Ja Morant taking a dive, that fake ass knee injury and all the shit that he was doing and shit, that knee injury was phony. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Poole grabbing and tugging on that knee, that didn't really sprain no ligaments or none of that shit. So I thought he took a dive on that one. He was just scared of the pressure. And he still came out talking about greasy, savvy on the microphone and all that shit. I'm like, nigga, why are you cheerleading when you injured? You should be working your way back into the game. Why are you celebrating and doing the gritty after a nigga lost but your knee hurt? That doesn't make no sense to me, but whatever. So, but I thought that the Warriors had a good run last year. People could say, oh, they faced T, they didn't face the Clippers, they didn't face this. Well, you know what? You're right. You're right. But guess what? Denver didn't face you know what I'm saying, a no motherfucking, a no turmoil Warrior team. You know what I'm saying? Denver didn't face a healthy Clippers team, which we could always say that should always be there. Denver didn't face a motherfucking Kyrie and motherfucking Luka Doncic motherfucking led team. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Denver really had it easy too. They faced Minnesota. Come on, man. Minnesota ain't winning nothing. Rudy Gobert, really? Is that the same guy that said, oh, I got him. And then nigga went out there and proceeded to get his ass torched? Come on, bro. Rudy Gobert is trash. Get him out of here. Stick a fork in him. He's done. So Minnesota wasn't ready. So if you think about it, Denver really did have an easy run. But we're not going to take it away from them. They, beat a Lakers team in which everybody thought the Lakers were going to win the whole thing. People were really sold on the Lakers after they made their trade. But to get back to the storylines of my point, let's go back to the Clippers. The Clippers, right? Clippers were supposed to be that team. They're coming back healthy. Kawhi, full training camp, full offseason. He got jacked up, working on his body, yada, yada, yada. Guess what? He starts off the season not ready to play. It made no sense to me. Kawhi Leonard load managed damn near the whole season again. And this is going to be Kawhi Leonard's story of his career. Because of the NBA, he's getting paid so much money, he doesn't have real control over his career. Kawhi Leonard wants to play. They're not letting him play. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing that so they can say, what would have happened if Kawhi Leonard was to play a full season and go through the grind of a full season? That's all they're doing. They're making up all these excuses and got degenerative knees. I couldn't tell if Kawhi really had degenerative knees. I seen Brandon Roy have degenerative knees. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Brandon Roy. But Kawhi Leonard was a force on the court. Unstoppable on the court. Putting up massive numbers. Kawhi Leonard was that dude. I'm trying to tell you. Kawhi Leonard is that dude. One of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? But we just don't see enough of Kawhi Leonard. And that's the knock, you know what I'm saying, on his career. The low managing and all that. But I believe that Kawhi Leonard, right, in order for him, you know what I'm saying, to keep all his money and all that, he can't be put out in the front because Kawhi Leonard is a man of few words. He's not going to speak much. He's not into all of the agendas that's going on and going around, like, you know what I'm saying? And they know how he represents himself. They know the structural family background and dynamic that he comes from. And the NBA can't promote those type of players. Or at least they can promote them, but that's not what, you know what I'm saying, the agendas are going on around the world. Everything is about, you know what I'm saying, capturing either somebody from another country or getting somebody who doesn't have their father in their life and is chaotic and turning them into something that's totally like we don't recognize. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how the NBA agendas work. They find motherfuckers who they can promote. Somebody who they can control. And the players that they cannot control, they get a bad rep in the press. Every time. They get a bad rep in the media worldwide. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're talked about and frowned upon, you know what I'm saying, in a negative light. And they don't, like, and that's some shit that the NBA needs to kind of sort of fix. You can't make me believe something that you're trying to push on the masses. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I have a certain belief culturally, morally, spiritually, then that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because aren't we a country and we're supposed to accept people for who they are and their belief system? So why do you get mad, throw me under the bus if I don't believe what you're pushing on everybody? You know what I'm saying? That's not right in itself. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, it was weird. So we had the whole, you know what I'm saying, Clipper ordeal where we seen flashes of the Clippers and be like, man, this Clipper team is unstoppable. Nobody's going to be able to beat them. Then we seen flashes of other teams. It's like, we seen flashes of the Clipper team where you be like, man, I don't know if this team's going to make it. Is Ty Lue the guy for the job? Even though I said Ty Lue was going to be fired, going to be replaced, you know what I'm saying, by somebody else, he's not going to be the guy to lead them, you know what I'm saying, to a chip. So we're going to see how that works out. You feel me? And that's just what it is, bro. I mean, I try to tell people how this shit works. The Clippers will get their own stadium next year. They'll have their fresh own stadium. And I said last year that Ty Lue would be gone, and they'll win it next year when they get their own stadium. So maybe they're 2 years away. Maybe they win it next year. Maybe they don't. Maybe they win it the year after next. Maybe the Warriors win next year again, get their 5th ring. Then that's the end of their reign. And then they come back and then get they come back the two years from now, and then the Clippers win with the 2nd year being in their own stadium. So pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very, you know what I'm saying, possible. That's what I think, but you know, that's just, you know, what I think based off of what I know and, you know, everything else. But so you had that situation. Then you fast forward to the East. It's really Boston got off, you know what they had? They had to deal with their coach. Boston had to deal with Ime Udoka, you know what I'm saying, fucking everybody's wife, and then allegedly, and then here you have it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. But despite that Ime Udoka situation, Boston was consistent throughout the whole season. They were consistent throughout the whole season. So everybody thought that Boston was primed to get back. MT was good, my guy. Salute. Everybody thought that the Celtics was primed to get back. You know what I'm saying? Their season, you see how consistent they were throughout the season. You feel what I'm saying? And then you had Philly, you had the whole situation, the thing with James Harden and whoop, and you know what I'm saying? It was so many different things. And then you had Milwaukee, consistent, running through everybody, first place in the East, not really having too much issues other than fucking Chris Middleton still trying to work his way back, you know what I'm saying, and come back from being injured. But it was a weird season, bro, and people need to understand how that shit played out. This season was weird, bro. It was so many different things happening around. And then we can go over there to what's the name? Miami was inconsistent all season, and we didn't even know if Miami was going to make the damn playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Let alone make the play-in game. Miami was super inconsistent, and it led me to believe that their roster, they were not good enough. You know what I'm saying? They were not good enough. You feel what I mean? So now, let's go back to the West. You got the Memphis Grizzlies, one of the most exciting young teams in the game, consistent, good coaching, Taylor Jenkins, Ja Morant, young explosive athlete. But guess what? All of a sudden, down the stretch of that season, the wheels fell off of Memphis. It was no way Denver can beat a Memphis team. There was no way that Denver was going to beat that Memphis team. And it lined up perfectly, you know what I'm saying, for the situation that it happened. So you had Memphis, 2nd seed in the West, looking like they was primed to make a run. Golden State has all of these problems. Memphis is like, okay, we right there. It's going to be our year. And then what happened? Brandon Clark goes down. Steven Adams goes down. Boom. 2 big pieces, you know what I'm saying, to the reason why they were so successful. They go down. And then all of a sudden, what do you have? Let's go over here back to the Lakers. We still got this whole Russell Westbrook situation, right? Well, actually, let's go to Eastern Conference. Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? You got Kyrie and KD back. Training camp. They bought in. Let's go. All the turmoil and shit, all the trade speculation, everything that was going on, you know what I'm saying, in the summer, they like, okay, we're committed. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? KD like, I'm only going to be committed if you give my guy, you know what I'm saying, a long-term contract. They didn't commit. They gave Kyrie what they gave him. You feel me? Boom, 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 right? Guess what? KD said, I'm all in. After he said, fucking get rid of Steve Nash, they get rid of Steve Nash. Woo, woo, woo. They get Jacques Vaughn in there. Brooklyn is starting off, you know what I'm saying, hot. They looking good. Then KD goes down with an injury. Then Kyrie comes into the fold. Woo, 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 woo. And Kyrie is balling. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He comes out and makes the statement that he made about, you know what I'm saying, the movie about the real motherfucking, you feel me? About the real Jews. And what happens? Boo, that's another distraction. That's another distraction. The NBA is like, they don't like that. So now Brooklyn is fucked up. It's a lot of turmoil. The owner comes out. They say, fuck, man. We got to do something behind the scenes. So all of a sudden, second half season, trade deadline comes. Boop, boop, they blow it up. They trade everybody. Kyrie goes over to Dallas. Motherfucking, and then that's not even giving it. The Ben Simmons situation was all fucked off. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons situation was all fucked off. His commitment to playing basketball, his mental status, you feel me? His mental durability, you feel me? So you got all of that. All of that is distractions. While all of this is happening, Denver is just accumulating wins. Accumulating wins. No pressure. Nobody's talking about Denver. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about this. They don't have any real storylines coming out of Denver. You know what I'm saying? They can just easily just go through the season while they watch all of these other things unfold, all these other super talented teams with superstar players. They watching all of this other shit unfold. And it's just weird. And this is how they gave the alley-oop to Denver for them to just dunk that motherfucker. The NBA set it up easy for them to alley-oop, and just all Denver had to do was just dunk it. And the rest is history. Oh, head, salute, my guy. You already know. Oh, head, bro. It's been crazy. You've been sending me this and that, but it's hard for me to get in at the times, bro, and I be caught up doing stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? But don't trip, though. You know it's always love, though. T Price. Make sure y'all go follow Old Head Podcast, T Price, man. Like, share, subscribe, and donate to that, brother. So all of these things, and then all of a sudden, fast forward, the Lakers ain't getting it done. They're going to trade Westbrook. Westbrook took another role. He came off the bench. He did everything Darvin Ham asked him to do, and he started thriving in that role. And guess what? Then all of a sudden, right, now it's not working. So they want to blow it up. They say, LeBron, we need to get LeBron some help. I'm like, nigga, you got 3 Hall of Famers on this team. What other help do we need? You feel me? So boom, they blow it up. They trade Russell Westbrook. He goes to Utah. Whoa. They trade him back. They get Jared Vanderbilt. They trade motherfucking. They had Patrick Beverly. They trade Pat Bev. You know what I'm saying? They trade Pat Bev to Chicago and get another guy. I'm like, they just start trading motherfuckers, bro. And I'm like, really? Is this what's really going on, y'all? So they finally get LeBron James some help, because they always crying about getting this nigga some help. Every season he need help. Every season, his whole career, he need help. I'm like, didn't y'all say he was the GOAT? Like, make everybody better. Doesn't he make everybody better? I just don't understand why this nigga need all of the players, bro. Like, you just said you're the GOAT and you make everybody better. That means if you can take talented players and make them greater, because you make people better. So I don't understand that part, but it is what it is. So they trade everybody. Now the Lakers revamped their team. They go on a run. They go on a run towards the end of the season. It looks like they're not going to make the play-in. You know what I'm saying? They're battling with OKC, you know what I'm saying, Minnesota. But then guess what? Happens? LeBron gets injured. He said he heard something pop. I don't know if that was another storyline, another way to say, oh, only LeBron didn't win because, see, they was setting that excuse up. They were setting that excuse up for LeBron for the reason why the Lakers don't win. Oh, he was injured. He played through injury. Oh, this. Oh, that. I'm like, nah, you're not fooling nobody. Don't try to come with that, because, nigga, you were dunking from the free throw line, poking your chest out, saying, I'm a motherfucking dog. Remember all of that shit he was doing? Y'all remember that, what he was doing? Come on, man. Keep it 100. I just be wanting people to keep it 100 sometimes. Can we keep it 100? Was he not doing that? I'm a motherfucking dog, beating his chest out and going on his Grammy tour. So now you get his Grammy tour after he breaks the record. The nigga goes on his Grammy tour. He sits out hella games when they're in the midst of trying to win championships. And this is how I know that he's not a real one, because nobody gives a fuck about that record but him. You know what I'm saying? And his followers, his cult-like followers. So he breaks the record. All of this shit, right? And then what happens? Let's just keep it a buck, y'all. The nigga sits out games. He didn't even finish the game in which he broke the record. He said, let's go win the game, y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all go win that shit. I'm going to sit over here, but I'm tired. So the nigga was tired. He sat out all the shit, bro. You feel me? Underground school. What's good? Salute, my guy. Appreciate you, buddy. So he sits out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what's going on? So all of a sudden, he's out for hella games. He has an injury and all this shit. He's going on his Grammy tour. He's at the Super Bowl and all this shit. He's doing all these different things. And I'm like, what is going on, bro, with this nigga? This nigga LeBron, bro, really think that people owe him something. Like, nobody owes you anything, my nigga. You're not going to be forced down people's throat like they forced that fake-ass COVID shit down everybody's throat. Get the vaccine, man. It's going to do this and do that, man. Shut up, nigga. Everybody getting sick, still spreading the shit. I don't want to hear it, nigga. That's a piece of baloney. You're not going to pump the vaccine and LeBron James into everybody and think it's going to be good for our souls. No, we've seen better players come along in this NBA game. But that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. You see all of these storylines unfolding by slowly. Denver is just number one team in the West. Number one team, Conquer, my guy. Greetings, my guy. Number one team in the West. No storylines, nothing happening. Fast forward, okay, Lakers make a run. Okay, now all of a sudden Lakers is going to be that team. The Warriors squeak in by the hair of their chin, but they play inconsistent basketball all year. I ain't never seen a championship team come off a championship, have their same core intact and add players and still play no defense. They never got better, and it's weird. You're a championship team, and you can't string together wins. See, it was too many reasons why the Warriors didn't play well. But they played bad on purpose because they already told them behind the scenes that this is what's going to happen. You're going to take a year off, but you're going to come back next year, and you're going to play better. You probably add one or two players here or there, boop, and y'all going to be right back in the thick of things. That's what they told them. Trust me. This is how this shit works. Boop. So now, Denver just keep rolling along. Then you get motherfucking the Clippers. The Clippers start, you know what I'm saying, stringing together some games, winning and shit. Boop, Paul George goes down and gets injured. You know what I'm saying? So something is always happening with the Clippers. They just got bad juju. You feel me? But still, they got healthy and they got back. And then they were poised to make a run. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you had KD. He went over there to Phoenix and he like, oh, they got Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, motherfucking whoa. Man, Phoenix might come out. Oh, you got Kyrie and Luka, and then Kyrie and Luka all of a sudden forgot how to play basketball. They didn't gel together at all. They start tanking, you know what I'm saying, to get solidify their draft picks. You feel what I'm saying? All of this shit is happening, y'all. You feel me? And then they low managing and shit. I'm like, why are y'all low managing towards the end of the season when this is the time where you're supposed to get your rhythm, play, so you can go into the playoffs in a rhythm? They didn't have none of that in Denver. It wasn't no low managing in Denver. Denver was able to gain momentum, and then the rest is history. People need to understand how this shit worked. Denver gained a lot of momentum, and they were just going along the season, no pressure. Nobody was really thinking about Denver. Nobody was thinking about Denver. Then what happens? You see what I'm saying? Then what happens? Then what happens? And that's just what it was. So y'all have to understand how this shit works. Storylines, all of this other shit happening around. Everything else around the Denver Nuggets is imploding. Everything, every other team, every other superstar, everything is imploding. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento was another team. I thought that Sacramento was going to go to the finals. See, the NBA wasn't ready to give Sacramento their flowers yet, but I do believe in the next 5 to 6 years, Sacramento will be somewhere close to winning a championship, bro. In my opinion, if they keep their core guys together and they add pieces around them, I think that Sacramento can be there. You feel what I'm saying? So, we'll see what happens with that. But people really need to understand how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? People need to understand how this shit works. All of that shit happened. And then all of a sudden, what happened later on in the season? When you think that motherfucking Denver, when you think that Memphis is gonna do something, now Memphis is caught up in a motherfucking scandal with Ja Morant. This nigga Ja Morant, not once, not twice. This nigga out here toting guns all on Instagram Live. Really? So, hold on. Is that who you want to be? After the nigga just get a Nike deal, mind you. I'm like, what is Ja Morant doing? Nigga, his dad. I'm like, bro, yo, you got your dad. I know you're smarter than that, and I know your dad is smarter than that, but they said, guess what? Ja, for this storyline, we need to put this in there to make it look like you're a head case and make it look like you on some gangster shit when we really know you're not. We have to put this in there so we can, you know what I'm saying? This has to happen over here on this side. The Denver Nuggets and the Joker, this is what's going to happen. They're going to probably suspend Ja, but guess what? Ja be back. Ja will be back, bro. This is the way this shit goes, bro. This is the way this shit goes. And then all of a sudden, we go back to the East. You got the whole motherfucking Boston Celtics situation. It's like them niggas turned into robots, bro. They forgot how to play basketball. All of a sudden, Jason Tatum went from a motherfucker who can get anywhere on the court to he just started jacking up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. And I was like, what is he doing, bro? So all this shit is happening. And then we go back over to the West. Fast forward to the playoffs, the motherfucking Clippers match up against the Phoenix Suns, and we know how that shit played out. I'm like, wait a minute. That makes no sense. Wait a minute. That shit right there? That made no sense, bro. Nigga, the Clippers were way better than the Phoenix Suns, in my opinion. Had leads in every game. Showed that they can lock up that weak-ass offense. They just allowed Devin Booker, Torrey Craig, and them to shoot wide-open shots, uncontested, no defense. So there was another storyline right there. Oh, all of a sudden now Kawhi Leonard averaging 30 in a series. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can stop him playing good defense on the opposing team's best player. All of a sudden he's injured for the season. His knee fell apart. All this shit happened. I'm like, what? What's going on? All meanwhile, Denver is smacking the hell out of Minnesota. Come on, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. It's too easy. You feel me? Cam, my guy, what's good, Cam? But all of this shit in a nutshell, I don't have time to finish. I have to go to this meeting. I'm sorry. I fucking started this shit a little too late because I wanted to touch on how the East was won and how all that shit played out. It was weird, super weird, but we all seen it. But I'll continue. I'll try to continue, you know what I'm saying, this video, the rest of it at a later time. But I just want to come out here and let you guys know this is how the season went, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is how the season went. That last 5 games of that game yesterday was the most entertaining, maybe, of the whole damn playoffs. That was the last 5 minutes of that game was the more entertaining of the whole playoffs. The last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter in game 5. So that's just what it is, bro. Hey, salute to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like the content. Subscribe to the channel. Share the content. You know what I'm saying? With fellow YouTubers or whatever, your family members who just coming around. Whatever, family, friends. We gotta try to pump this shit up to 1,000. YouTube is shadow banning everything that I do because they don't like me spitting real shit. But I see all these other channels and shit that got a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They try to hold you in a box. They want it to be structured. You can't cuss. You can't do this. You can't say certain words, this and that. I'm like, no, fuck all that. Freedom of speech. We're going to keep pumping and try to get this channel to where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I deserve to be up there too. You feel me? And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? All that stupid ass shit that I see on everybody else shit. Motherfucker just coming out the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? With hella followers. I'm like, I've been doing this shit for a minute, bro. And I'm pretty connected to the YouTube streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's the algorithms. I already know what it is. It's just the YouTube algorithms, you guys. And that's just what it is. So, but peace and blessings to all my people. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all live life, Smile, cry, and laugh, bro, and love on your people. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, bro. And I want y'all to have a blessed day. Go be great. Be great, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Salute, E-Leezy. You know what it is.